Dream of traveling all across the globe? Imagine flying in the air all across the globe. And now make it flying solo. Wait, it doesn't stop there. Make it flying solo across the world in the shortest time possible. Because this is the story of the OG flying superstar. Say hello, or rather hats off, to Mr. Willie Post, the first man to fly solo across the world and in the shortest time. Willie began his journey from New York on the 15th of July 1933 and returned to the same spot after 7 days, 18 hours and 49 minutes to be precise. Flying across the world is pretty cool, but doing it solo, that's insane. How and why did he even do this? Started out as a parachutist, Willie Post began his flying career with a flying circus at the age of 26. He always had a passion for flying and wanted to buy an aircraft for himself. But life had other plans. In 1926, he met with an oil rig accident that changed his life completely. In the accident, a piece of metal pierced his left eye. This caused a severe and intractable infection. The solution? There wasn't any. He was left permanently blinded in that eye. He did receive some settlement money, but nothing could make up for the loss of an eye, especially for an aspiring pilot. But guess what? With just one eye, his passion for flying got even stronger. Post used the money from the accident settlement to buy his first aircraft, and before you knew it, he's winning air races and already set to fly across the world. This guy, I tell you, he really was made of something else. In 1931, Willie Post, along with his close friend Harold Getty, set off to beat the record for the fastest time for flying around the world. I mean, I also make plans like these with my bestie, but they never leave the chat. But Post and Getty were determined to rewrite history. Previously set at 21 days, they completed their journey across the world in 8 days, 15 hours and 51 minutes. But this wasn't crazy enough for Mr. Willie Post. He wanted to break and set more records. Willie Post, along with his friend Harold Getty, had already set the record for the fastest to fly around the world. But this time, his eye was on a shinier and tougher prize to attain, which was to be the first ever pilot to fly around the world solo. Willie Post was the personal pilot of the wealthy oilman Powell Briscoe and F.C. Hall. And in 1930, Hall bought a Lockheed Vega aircraft nicknamed the Winnie Mae after his daughter. Why am I telling you this? Because Winnie Mae is the world-famous aircraft that Post used for his record-breaking journey. Post's record-breaking journey was possible not just because of his skills and passion, but because Winnie Mae was one of the most advanced aircrafts at the time, with an autopilot, radio direction finder, and compass. I mean, there was no Google Maps then. And even if there was, to travel around the world, what would you set the start and end location at? Keeping it the same would just confuse the hell out of Google Maps. And so, Willie Post began his journey in the Winnie Mae on July 15, 1933. He made exactly 10 stops at Berlin, Koenigsberg, Moscow, Novosibirsk, Irkutsk, Ruklovo, Khabarovsk, Flat, Fairbanks, and Edmonton. Upon Willie Post's return, all people, masses, and aviators alike were bursting with excitement to welcome him. Beginning with lunch at the White House, he was then greeted with a ticker tape parade in New York City. And it doesn't stop there. Post was also honored at a banquet given by the Aeronautical Chamber of Commerce in America themselves. I wish I was greeted this way too. Are there any easy world records to break so that I can get this? Ironically, even after successfully completing 2 record-breaking trips around the world and many more for research purposes, Willie Post died while taking off during bad weather conditions, causing the engine to fail. It was when Post was leaving Alaska with his friend Will Rogers, and the engine failed at low altitude, causing the aircraft to uncontrollably plunge into a lagoon. The right wing completely came off, and both Post and Rogers died instantly. A very unexpected and ironic death for sure, but they are both remembered for their contributions to the aviation industry even today. Speaking of being remembered, have you heard of flying snakes? They're quite memorable, I hear. If you enjoyed Willie Post's story, I bet you'll enjoy this story about flying snakes. Make sure you are subscribed to Behind the Date so that you can join us every single day as we uncover the stories behind each special day. I'll see you in the forest.